So this is the video carrying on. Remember that so far we said where are the lungs, so we've established they're in the thoracic cavity. And then the next question was what protects them? Now does anyone have an idea of what protects them? What stops your lungs getting damaged? And the answer is the rib cage. So if we look here, this is a picture with everything removed apart from the bones, and that's your rib cage. You can feel your ribs. And there's another picture up here of what the ribs look like. So each rib comes around and it's got muscles between them. So if you put your fingers on your own chest, you can feel the ribs, and then you can feel the muscular bit in between each rib. Okay, so the ribs are what protects them, and you have 12 ribs on each side. And the ribs go round to your back and are connected around the back to your vertebrae, which is your spine. Okay, so here's the spine, and then the ribs come all the way round and join in there. This bit at the front here is called your sternum, or your breastbone, and you can feel that right in the middle, and you can tap it and it's solid, and that protects your lungs and your heart from getting damaged. So the next question was, what do they do? And I think probably most people know that the lungs are basically the way of getting oxygen into your bloodstream. So the lungs take oxygen from the air, and then the heart pumps it around to the body, where the body takes the oxygen out of the blood to use it for either for your brain or for your muscles or anything else it needs the oxygen for. So then deoxygenated blood, i.e. blood with no oxygen, goes back to your lungs, and then it goes back round and the heart pumps it round, and in the lungs it gets more oxygen in it. So it's a continuous circle going round and round to get oxygen into your body. Now down here it says blood is carried from the heart in something, and blood is carried to the heart in a different sort of tube. So blood is carried from the heart in veins, no it's not, blood is carried from the heart in arteries, and blood is carried to the heart in veins. Sorry about that, got it the wrong way around. So carried from the heart in arteries, so they're the ones that pulse, and is carried back to the heart in veins, so they don't pulse. Okay, and the last thing is, how do they do it? So how do the lungs actually get oxygen out of the air and to get it around your body? So we've established that the heart pumps it around, but how do they actually get the oxygen out of the air? And how do your lungs inflate and deflate? And so what I've built is a little thing here, which is a mock-up that looks like your lungs. Okay, so we've got a tube that comes down here, and then it splits in there into one lung and the other lung. And if you make the lung cavity bigger, it draws air in the top pipe and make the lungs expand, and you relax it and it goes like that. So by making your diaphragm flatten and your chest cavity bigger, it draws air in and your lungs fill up, and then relaxing it goes down. So as you pull up the diaphragm, the balloons fill up. So if I pull up the diaphragm, then it makes the pressure inside the cavity container here lower, and it causes air to be drawn in the top here and fill up the lungs, and then as it relaxes it goes back down. And the idea is with a bucket handle here, so if you imagine your ribs are like this, you've got 12 of them all hanging, and as you take a deep breath in, they go up because your muscles pull them up, and that then makes the whole chest cavity bigger. And as you relax, so it goes bigger, and that then makes the pressure inside your lung cavity lower, and that then draws air in to your lungs. So it's like making this cavity here lower, and it draws air in. And then as you relax, your ribs sink back down like that. So they were like that as you've taken a breath in. As you relax, they go down, and the pressure in your lung cavity comes back to normal, and the lungs collapse. And then as you bring the pressure up, you fill it up, and the lungs blow up again. And then I've just got some good pictures. So this is a picture of you breathe in through your mouth, it goes down your trachea through your windpipe. These are your the bits I've drawn on here are your clavicles, so they're the bones that hold your lungs, your chest up as well. And then this is the trachea, and then the left and the right main bronchus, and then splitting into all these little pockets inside your lungs. So that's what they look like. And then if you look here, this is just a very zoomed in picture. So the air goes into your lungs down here, and then it goes into all these little tiny pockets where it's lined, and the oxygen can then permeate through that into the blood. Very, very clever. And just one last thing, this is a picture of your windpipe. So if you put a camera to the back of your throat and look down, that's the entrance then down into your trachea. And that's how you make sound. So if you drag air in or out through your mouth through it, and you change the size of the hole, you can make a or a deeper sound by changing the size of this. And this is your vocal cords. Okay, that's the end of the story. Hope that's useful. Cheerio.